on the character on the episode. I happen to be someone who has been told about certain ideas by other people, right? Then I also happened to wanting to see them become successful on whatever project or whatever idea that they were proposing to me in so many ways. I wanted to see, okay, I said to myself, if then you're saying that this idea works, then why aren't you doing it? I want to see you becoming successful on that. That is when I will do it, right? Sometimes when a person is bringing up an opportunity, right, I believe that there is a destiny. Some people, they are our destiny connectors. Some people, they are our destiny connector in the sense that they will speak things in front of us just because of the divine having sent them to say those things in your presence, right? For those who believe that there is the higher power that exists within us, right? So sometimes those people, divine or God himself, will come and speak through someone else in your presence, right? In order for God or your higher self, who you can't really connect with, to be able to do what? To give you the message. This time around, let's take this message is about a project or an opportunity, right? Someone will just speak, they will just speak, out of nowhere. They just speak about this opportunity and then, so then just because on that moment, you don't get to realize that this message is for you, then you take it lightly, or you even question to say that if you think that that opportunity is working, right? Why aren't you applying it on yourself? And I remember saying to this person at some point to say that if the cup is empty, it cannot really overflow to pour. It's highly impossible for it to pour. It is highly impossible to pour to these smaller cups around it just because it is empty. That is an undermining of what is currently speaking, or it's undermining someone's idea as to where is this idea coming from, right? Or who is speaking behind the scenes. For those who believe anyway, I believe that this message is not for everyone. For those who catch it, they will catch it. And I believe that there are those who will say, then who is that speaking and all that. This message is for those who understand. So if you really don't understand, then I'm not speaking to you. This message is not for you. Right? So then this person will come and speak of an opportunity that they got to realize, or the opportunity that is available, right? And you will eventually say to yourself to say that if that opportunity then it is really working, then why can't you be pursuing it yourself? And we see how successful you become. Then remember, it isn't a setup where there are different people around. Some people will grasp that message that, oh, someone is speaking here, right? Then they go and persuade that opportunity just because someone, they got to understand that someone was speaking through that vessel which we see as empty. Someone else will take that idea and go and implement it. And what usually happens later on in life, when you have seen that someone has actually worked on that thing that was said in front of me and them, now that thing is actually working. The moment that you realize then how that thing is actually working, that is when you get to go back and want to try and, revisit that topic anymore, and it is no longer available. What do we really subject ourselves? Now we subject ourselves to being a slaves of someone. We subject ourselves to nothingness. We subject ourselves to be beggars, right? Because you might find that, now you want to seek help from these people. Now you want to ask from these people, right? And forgetting that when the idea was dropped, you were part of the people. Even though you were not really single-handedly picked to say that this message is for you, just because you took long to understand what was being talked about. You took long to foresee value on what someone else was sharing with you on that moment. And you were left behind. So what am I really saying is the fact that we need to be very careful to say, yes, there are destiny connectors. There are also vessels that you might look at them and then you say that they have of no value adding unto me, right? Without knowing what is inside. And we have this saying as society to say now, what is this saying? I can't really pick up what exactly, but what it means is that an empty container, yeah, this is how we say it, an empty container makes so much noise, right? The container that has something to pour, it does not make noise just because it is full inside. And we forget that the message is being transferred to people in different contexts, in different forms most of the time. It doesn't necessarily, that is how society has actually, the society has actually made us to believe on that saying, to say that the vessel which is empty, it makes so much noise. And the vessel which is so full of whatever, it's so quiet. That is not really the truth at all times. It's not always the truth. That is how the society has made us to believe. Hence, we are on this social media platform today. It doesn't mean that people who are always making noise about opportunities, those opportunities don't exist. They do. I hope we are clear, guys.